Have you ever caught yourself just emotionally erupting to something that later on didn't really seem like a big deal? We can often chalk these things out to being, I was just having a bad day, or I was feeling overly stressed in the moment. But what if I told you that these are actually hidden parts of yourself that are waiting to come up and be integrated and healed into the wholeness of your being for personal transformation and self-growth? Stick with me here because today we're going to be shedding light on your shadow. So Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung deemed the shadow or the shadow self as parts of ourself that we don't like to accept or acknowledge. You can think of your shadow as your dark side, but even though you refuse to acknowledge these parts of yourself, they still live within you and they still exist and need to be healed. I want you to imagine your shadow self similar to a trash can. With the shadow, it's parts of ourself that we don't like to acknowledge or that we don't like to accept about ourselves. So what do? We like to crumple it all up and throw it away into our shadow trash can. But over time, the trash starts to pile up and gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it starts to spill out into different parts of our life. In this video, we're going to be walking down your life timeline. That way I can teach you how your shadow is born, why it surfaces, but more importantly, how you can notice it and integrate it back into the fullness of your being, which unlocks profound personal growth, inner transformation, and a new authentic self that's waiting to be shown to the world. To further explain this, I have our life timeline right here. Breaking this timeline down, as you can see, we have our birth. And as we go through our childhood, our teenage years, and our adulthood, we're found in the present moment right here. These red diamonds, these are going to be known as shadow experiences, or experiences where parts of ourselves that we did not want to acknowledge, and we pushed these parts of ourselves away into our shadow. So we're going down our timeline, and we have our first experience in childhood, so we crumple that experience up, and we put it in the trash can. Then we continue down our life. We get into another situation in our teenage years where we crumple up another piece of ourselves that we don't deem acceptable and throw it away into the trash can. We continue, and another aspect of our life comes up to where we can't accept something because it's going to be, dangerous. And we throw this part away into the trash can until we reach the present moment where we're at right now. To where at this point in the present moment, we've had a combination or a compilation of parts of ourselves that we've thrown away into the trash can. And as these parts of ourselves start to compile into our shadow trash can, forming our shadow self or our shadow identity or our dark side, it can begin to spill out. Relationship issues, emotional triggers, self-sabotage, toxic thoughts, uncomfortable feelings in your body, all signs that the shadow is coming up and is ready to be healed. A lot of the times what we're going to do is just push it down. And we're going to just compress all of that trash into our shadow self down until it gets really compact and tight. And as we add more to the shadow trash can, more of it starts to come up. But what do? We, again, step it down. We push it down. Oh, I don't want to feel this. Oh, this hurts. I'm going to disassociate from this. I'm going to push it away. So parts of our inner self that we throw away to fit into the mold of society might be real men don't open up about their feelings. They just stuff it down and they're self-resilient regardless of how they feel. Therefore, if you talk about your feelings, you need to crumple that part up and throw it in the trash can. Or you need to act more ladylike, not show so much attitude. Or maybe as a young child, you got very angry and then were shunned or shamed for expressing your anger, even though it was legitimately something that needed to be expressed. Here's the thing, through crumpling these parts of ourselves up and throwing them away, we're not processing or acknowledging them in a healthy way. Instead, we're refusing to look at them, we're rejecting them, and we're pushing them away. Nope, I don't want to feel this, I don't want to see this, I don't accept this about myself. And we're pushing it away into our unconscious psyche. And it's kind of like this, you have your trash can in your house that you've been throwing all your trash away. It becomes so full and you refuse to take it out, it really starts to stink up your house. Think of anxiety for an example. When you were born, did you always have anxiety? Or when you were a young child, did you always have anxiety? Probably not. It developed at some point throughout your life timeline and is coming up to be healed and integrated. It's where you find a lot of courage, confidence, self-resilience. It's all hidden within the shadow. It's like the gold nuggets that the miners are trying to find. They've got to put in a lot of inner work to find the gold that's within the shadow. But through putting in the inner work, they find the gold and they integrate the gold into the wholeness of their being. And that's where the self-awareness really comes in, is to become aware of how your body feels, become aware of your mind feels, and to understand that it might actually be your shadow coming up saying, hey bro, it's time to heal. It's time to heal, man. It's your shadow coming up and it's time to heal. To find the gold and the strength and the resilience that exists within this dark, shadowy portion of myself. That's what this video is for. It's to help you heal. You got to feel it to heal it. Next part of this video, it's going to be shadow integration. To integrate your shadow, that's how you find the gold within yourself. Tracing it back to the root, following the trail of whys, doing a childhood or a lifeline review. This is where I am in my current moment with my shadow coming up super hard and it's saying, heal me bro, heal me bro, heal me bro. We're going to retrace back our timeline. We're going to re-examine the parts of our shadow that formed while going down our timeline chronologically, and we're going to heal those. And through healing them in reverse, when we get back to the present moment, we're able to integrate the dark into the light. Another shadow integration tactic is recognizing when you're triggered. Start to recognize your triggers. Who triggers you? Is it a certain person? Is it a certain place? Is it a situation? Why do they trigger you? Is it something they say? Is it a behavior that they do? And just become aware of when your triggers come up. Being aware is the biggest first step. And if you can become aware of your shadow, healing it is pretty much at that point inevitable. If you're at least aware of it. If you're aware that it's there, healing it is very possible. Meditation, obviously a great one. Shadow meditations can be good. There's guided shadow work meditations. I'm gonna put a shadow meditation right here. This is the first shadow meditation that I did in Boulder, Colorado, and you can use this as a guided meditation if you'd like. Shadow meditations are very good. It's letting what needs to come up, come up. You can start your shadow meditation by saying, I allow what needs to come up and show me and teach me what I need to know to come up now. And you meditate on that. And you might have little thoughts that pop in during your meditation. And it might give you some feelings in your body that might make you feel a little squirmy or uncomfortable. And again, it's not to push these away. It's to accept that they're there, to give them love and heal them. And through doing that, you subconsciously are going to start building a lot more resilience, because something that might have hurt you in the past can't hurt you now, because I've accepted it and I've integrated it into my being, which has built resilience. Third part for shadow integration, seek therapy. Therapy is really good. A lot of the times in the modern day society, and it's getting better now, especially for guys, is you can't be sensitive and you can't express your emotions. You need to be a locked box and close yourself off from being and expressing your emotions, especially the ones that are, deemed unacceptable or unmasculine by society. You could be dying on the inside, but are refusing to accept and heal this part of yourself because of what society may think if you come off as weak. Oh, this person's weak because they're emotional or they're sensitive, which means they're weak. No. If you're able to face your own trauma, that is such a strength. One thing that my therapist taught me that I thought was really good is anytime you're feeling a certain uncomfortable feeling, it's data from the past that's coming up. Okay, what do I need to know and how do I grow? I'm feeling this way right now in this situation. I know I'm safe in this situation, but I feel a certain way. So what do I need to know and how do I grow? You might feel embarrassed or shamed or anxiety. Anxiety is a very big one that comes up, and you feel it in the body. That's your first cue to say, okay, what is coming up? Okay, what do I need to know and how do I grow? Ask yourself, what do I need to know and how do I grow? What do I need to know and how do I grow? When you're feeling those intense emotions in your body, it's your shadow coming up, and you need to ask yourself, what do I need to know and how do I grow? And through being aware of how your body feels, sometimes little thoughts will kind of just pop into your mind out of nowhere, or little just really quick brief memories. So you're feeling this way in your body, and then all of a sudden just a short little memory, just a faded little memory comes in. Maybe it's from long ago of where a similar experience occurred to make you feel that sort of way. And if you can acknowledge and recognize that, it's a huge superpower because you are now self-aware of it and you can give it love to heal. So therapy, don't let it fool you. It's not going to make you weak. It's actually going to make you really strong. So don't let it fool you. And a big part of the shadow is it's just fear of being misperceived. That's a big one. Fear of being misperceived. You might act a certain way because you're fearful of being misperceived by another person. But again, you can't control how other people see you. So, you're actually self-sabotaging yourself by refusing to allow yourself just to be you, your own authentic person. All right, couple other quick ones. Inner child work. You watching this right now were a child at one point, experiencing life in the present moment. Say like in the classroom, right? In the present moment, when the classroom is your whole world and you're shamed or shunned for doing something and you literally feel like you're about to die. Oh my God, Susie doesn't like me and she found out that I had a crush on her. Oh my God, I'm going to die now. Stuff like that. Inner child healing is you go to that part of your child self where that event might happen and you give it love because it's a part of yourself that deserves love. Journaling is good. Putting your thoughts onto paper, incredibly good. It's a great release. Something that I like to do generally around 4 times per week is a little bit of journaling. Journal how I'm feeling. There's other shadow work booklets that you can buy online. I own a couple of them that I've used in the past and they've been very helpful for going through prompts to help heal parts of yourself from the past that are spilling into your life today. I'm a human just like you and I've done all this stuff too. And facing the shadow is hard. It's difficult. It's not easy. It's hard because you feel these emotions and like I said, I'm a human too. I feel these things too. People might like me. People might not like me. But what matters is I like me and that's the most important part. That's accepting yourself. And we all should accept yourself. You should love being you. If you don't love being you, you need to ask yourself why. All right, so remember y'all, the shadow, it's not your enemy, it's actually your messenger for inner growth. I hope this video helped shine light on your shadow, helping you integrate your dark side into the fullness and wholeness of your being, allowing you to transform from within and develop into your most authentic, highest version of yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Your boy's out. Peace.